froze.
Prince Suite.
Oh, wow, you froze.
Oh, did it freeze?
No, that's
Uh-oh, we can't have that. We can't.
well. Look, I'm just really quick.
Time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Breaking up really bad. Geno, are you there?
Oh, look at you in the
Hey,
you
what's
in the
happening,
king
everybody?
chair.
I hope you had a great,
this is not good.
weekend. It is showtime. Man, today, boy, we got a great show, a special show. I know every show is great, every show is special, but today is going to be real special, and you're going to see exactly how special it is. Because today is a very special day. We're going to honor somebody that's having a happy heavenly birthday. Well, we hope the brother's in heaven. We'll talk about that a little later. It is time for the Geno Jones Show, my daily variety show. I do it live right here on my YouTube channel, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. here on the East Coast in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, right here on the beautiful shores of the Atlantic Ocean. 5:30 if you're in Chicago or Milwaukee, where one of my guests, radio star up there in the Midwest. We're going to talk to him. And 3:30 p.m. if you're out in the city of Angels, and my other special guest, a Prince Protegee, a very talented woman in her own right. We'll give you more. We'll give you her bio, her receipts coming up real soon. We're going to do a very special tribute to a very special person. First of all, like, share, and subscribe. I got to do that. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, you've seen my back episodes. If you'd like to be a sponsor of my show, I'd be honored to have you as a sponsor. If you'd like to advertise, listen, let's support each other. Let's support black businesses. I want to do business with any and everybody. However, black businesses, we always get the short end of the stick, so we can do something about it. We saw what the brothers and sisters did in Tulsa, Oklahoma, back during Black Wall Street. They burnt it down, they bombed it, then they built it back up bigger and better. That's what we can do when we come together, when we unite and support each other. So, as a black businessman, I encourage anybody, for those who believe that black lives matter, black businesses matter. So, all of my allies out there, my white brothers and sisters, who are allies that you want to, what can I do? How can I help out? Well, you can support a black business owner right here. So just reach out to me. And if you're looking for a sponsor, if you need a pitch man for your product, as my guest would tell you, I'm not the king. I'm the king of pitch man. So holla at your boy right here. Leave me a message on my YouTube channel, or you can send me an email. I got a Gmail, Geno Jones Show. That's how you spell Geno. We'll get into that a little later into the show. Now, let's start off. I want to shout out the class of 2021. I don't care if you're graduating from kindergarten, 8th grade, high school, college, grad school, tech school, whatever you're graduating from, I am proud of you. Shout out, salute to the class of 2021. Your journey has just begun. Let me leave you with these words here before I get into my monologue. Nobody can beat you being the best version of yourself. So don't waste time trying to be somebody else, trying to emulate. You can study other people's styles, and if you see something, you can learn something from everybody. But just keep this in mind, that nobody, nobody, I don't care who it is, I don't care how great they may be at what they do, nobody can beat you being the best version of yourself. Always believe in yourself. Always bet on yourself. Now, I'm not a gambler, but they say in Vegas, always bet on black. And I say in life, always bet on yourself. The biggest enemy we face every day, or as Nelly would say, every day, is the person that we see when we wake up and look in the mirror. When we decide to get out of our own way and to get out of our own head with the negativity, get it out, shut off that streaming service of negativity. People telling you what you can and you can't do. Your mama was this, your daddy wasn't that. That has nothing to do. That will not determine your destiny. You are the star of your own movie, and your life is your movie. You are the star. You are the writer, the director, and the producer. You get to determine your own destiny. Don't let somebody else's perception of you become your reality. This is your life, and you are the star, and you get to determine the destiny. Even things and people that can affect you, don't focus on things you cannot control. But the one thing you can control is you and your destiny. You might start off going this way, but you might wind up having to go that way. Or your road might go like that. But just keep going forward. All right, it's time for the monologue. Let me shout out to Mr. Floyd Mayweather for his honesty. Now, a lot of folks were upset because a lot of folks spent a lot of money this weekend. I did not, because I understand game recognized game. It's the title of my audiobook and book about relationships. We'll talk about that at another time. So shout out to Floyd Mayweather. And I want to shout Floyd out because he was honest about it. Now, he was honest about it after he got his money, but he was honest about it in a post-exhibition, and I'm using in air quotes, exhibition with a YouTube star. Floyd Mayweather said that, and I'm quoting here, "When I see there's a chance for a heist, a quick heist, I'm going to let you all know this. At the end of the day, I'm the smart one." Yeah, $50 pay-per-view. People who ordered this exhibition paid $50 for 8 rounds, where Floyd basically held this dude up. See, because he thought he was bigger than Floyd, big old muscle-bound, cock-strong. Boxing ain't about that, partner. He learned, as they say, you gonna learn today? Well, he learned that day when he got knocked out and Floyd held him up for 8 rounds. He's like, hold on, partner, your ass can't go down. We got to get this money, all of it, all 8 rounds of this money. You are not gonna mess up my money. So I'm gonna hold your ass up if I have to, which he did. So you know what, Floyd, I appreciate your honesty. You didn't get my money, but I ain't knocking your hustle. Game recognized game. But listen, y'all, don't get mad at Floyd. And he just told you, like he said, if there's a chance for a heist, a quick heist, 3 minutes, 8 rounds. That's 24 minutes. He's made anywhere between, let's just put it this way. He stands to make up to $100 million. So he's made at least $50 million. So he's made at least $50 million already. And he could wind up making at least $100 million. As a matter of fact, it looks like he's right around the $100 million for 24 minutes. $100 million. Man, sign me up. All right. So happy birthday to one of the iconic, legendary producers, probably the greatest production team in the history of music, my man Jimmy Jam Harris, who turned 62 yesterday. And happy heavenly birthday to my man. Well, I hope he made it to heaven. Yeah, but you know, after Sexy MF, You Sexy Mother, and Erotic City, and those ass out jeans. Oh yeah, remember that BET Awards? And he just said, I don't give a ass out, my ass is out. And the women loved it. You know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about Prince Rogers Nelson. Happy heavenly birthday. I believe you up there anyway, okay? Because it's some folks doing a whole lot worse than that, than, you know, cussing on a few songs and showing their ass. So if they up there, then you good. Prince would have turned 63 today. So let's get into my guests, because it's going to be a very special show. These are 2 people who know Prince. One knows him very well. One has worked with him. As a matter of fact, my first guest is they're coming on together. She is a Prince protege, a vocalist, a dancer, percussionist, very talented, beautiful woman, inside and out. She's got a brand new song released today. It is a tribute to Prince called Prince. And my other guest is a media personality, media star up in the Midwest, who has met Prince on multiple occasions, who has some very interesting stories to tell. And I got a good one too. I got a couple, but I got one I'm going to share. I'm going to tell you about an experience, up close and personal 3-hour conversation. Don't ask Damaris about that, because she wasn't happy about that. So let me bring him on camera right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing to you the lovely and talented Marva King and Harrison Kern. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome.
Thank you, Geno.
And Harrison dropped out. I know he'll be back. This is like a belated birthday present. My birthday was about 3 weeks ago on May 20th, 2.5 weeks ago. So this is like a belated birthday present. So Marva, I've been trying to get you on the show as a guest for a while. So I want to thank you for your time. I can imagine everybody's been reaching out to you. So first off, let's start off talking about your single today, of course. Prince's birthday, he would have been 63, and you released just a beautiful, moving tribute song entitled Prince. So, tell us a little backstory, and I guess, because I don't want to ask a dumb question, even though they say it's no dumb question. It's obvious
There are no dumb questions.
who the inspiration was, but if there's a specific story behind the song, please share it with us.
Of course. Okay, Geno, thank you. Thanks for having me here. And I want to say thank you to Harrison. He'll be back. But I wrote this song because I had a track that was submitted to me by a gentleman here in Los Angeles who writes and produces and sings. And when I heard it, it was so like grown and sexy that I said, I'm gonna write a sexy ballad to this. Anyway. I wrote a sexy ballad.
You can sing it. Hey, listen, go ahead. You can sing it. Listen, this is my show, so I use profanity, but that one I thought I would, because my mother watches every day. So.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So
well, you know what? I don't curse, so not anymore. I used to do it like a sailor. But anyway, so I heard this song, and as I was just meditating, laying in my bed like I do, and just trying to think about what am I going to write about exactly, and then I heard Prince, and I said, Prince? Oh, this is supposed to be a ballad. This, baby making ballad. Not that he's not the baby making king, but I just thought that it would go in a different direction. When I heard that, I call them my writing angels. They always communicate with me, and they said Prince. I said, okay, all right. I was a little perturbed, but I said I'm going to follow suit, and I started writing, and within minutes, I had all these lyrics because there's so many things that came up about him. There's so many things about him that I learned from working with him, being around him, and many things I learned after he passed away. I learned even more about him. So Harrison, you're a mess. So I decided that I was going to write some lyrics about his entire life and just what I felt about him, some of the key points that I felt that people that didn't know him and those that do know, they could concur. The ones who didn't, they could learn about him. So I just wrote all these lyrics, and hopefully it hit enough of the major points that people that, like I said, that are around him, that were around him, and that are aware of him totally in his totality would agree. And so far, as of today, since the release, I'm getting some really good responses. So I'm grateful. And yes, he's in heavenly surroundings. He was very spiritual. He loved Christ, and that is the requirement to make it to heaven. And he is there. So, hey, Prince, how you doing? Yep, this is for you, man.
That's right, man. And it's an inspiration, because for those of us that have, used MF on a time or two, or now I haven't done the ass out jeans, but there've been a couple questionable outfits back in the day.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, by the time I got with him in the late 90s, if you even mentioned those, you would be fined or
Really?
fired.
So,
oh yeah.
So why is that? Yeah, just explain that to us.
Because, hopefully we all as human beings are on an evolution path that we will evolve past. I mean, at one point he felt that was cool. It was a cool thing to do. Like he told me, Marva, do what gets attention. He said, get to the point as fast as possible. Get to the goal as fast as possible. So it was basically, and he also really loved his own derriere. He really felt that was real cute. I guess a whole lot of other people do too. But, so he just, not to be fun, no pun intended, he put out his assets and allowed them to, create some more controversy. That's why he wrote the song Controversy.
Right.
That's Prince. But trust you me, he evolved into this spiritual being, who he was, I'm sure, all the time, but it was brought out. And oh my God, he was on that journey. So by the time he passed, he, he was that light. He was that light that was shining from within. And that's the reason I think that when he passed, you heard that there was a rainbow, and there's pictures of it.
Yes,
It went
yes.
from the top of Paisley Pyramid that went across the sky. That was Prince showing off again. He said, "This is how I'm going out. I can just."
Going out like a boss.
That's right.
Somewhere over the rainbow. But you know what, Marva and Harrison, what he did on MTV with the jeans, that was on brand for Prince, like you said. I mean, he made the album Controversy, and it was good for business in terms of it got attention and it sold records, and it was true to at least how his fans perceived him, especially at that time. It fit in the whole "Do Me Baby," sexy MF, erotic
Erotic.
city, yeah, soft and
Right.
wet,
That's right. That's right.
head,
But
the
yeah,
whole you name it. It was.
All of those
right.
songs that Geno knew every line to.
And it's funny because later on, and of course you know this better than anybody, Marva. He didn't perform those. A lot of those quote unquote,
That's right.
yeah, songs with the quote unquote questionable lyrics, the ones that most of us love the most. And I learned that firsthand. I had a conversation with him about that. I'll share that later. But first, because he's itching to get in, because Marva, I'm gonna come back to you, and we want to find out like how your story. How did you meet Prince? How did he discover your talent? But since, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Harrison Kern. He is in full Prince
Say hello to
regalia.
my little friend.
So listen, since you're on camera, do you want to take us on a quick tour? Can you give us a quick, like 30-second tour of
Man,
of your bootleg Paisley Studios there?
well, actually, it would take a while because you have to go over every room in the house. About 4 years ago, I had a Prince celebration on June the 3rd in 2017, and I literally changed my entire house.
Wow.
We had a celebration that had maybe 300 to 400 people here, some people who were actually in the Prince camp, people who came in from Minneapolis, and I literally changed about 85 wall hangings. Every light in the entire home was purple. We changed the entire garage to a banquet hall in purple and white. Outside on the patio had a stage built and the DJ playing nothing but Prince music. We had 4 theater screens in the home, and everything was playing either his videos or Sign of the Times or Purple Rain or one of the movies, and have artifacts from everywhere. We had one of the Mad Cat guitars, one of the replicas that the actual guitar made one for a friend of mine. He paid quite a bit of money for it. He brought that here. We had that on display. And I had a young lady named Kimberly Sweets. She's been on Cake Wars, tremendously talented woman here. She made a 3.5-foot version of the cymbal guitar, and she had it over a 4x4 square foot mock-up of Paisley Park, and all of it was a cake. It actually was on a guitar stand, and everything but the neck of the guitar was edible as cake. And even Spike Lee saw it, made comments about the cake, because he and Prince were good friends. But it was just over the moon. It was just an over-the-top party. I even had, my outfit with the ruffles and the purple cape and everything else, and guitars hanging all over the place. So the entire house was changed, and most of it I changed. Well, half of it I changed back. But I just happened to be in a room upstairs where there are a lot of princely things. There's actually a signed picture of him and Beyonce. They both signed when he was on an award show. That it took me an arm and a leg to get. A number of guitars, some of the tambourines and the tambouricas that he had were in different rooms, and just a lot of artifacts. I went to about 7 of his live concerts, and I had the pins and the hats and the banners and everything, and I kept all that stuff. So we had them all on display, had stuff in glass cases, and even where I'm sitting, maybe you all can see this. I hope.
Now what?
Obviously, see my little puppet
Yeah.
from the movie Purple Rain. There were only about 1,200 made in the world, and they're all gone, and you can't find any. But I have one.
So what is your friend's name?
My friend,
Yes.
his name is Christopher.
Christopher.
Christopher. Yes,
Hello,
that's Christopher.
So
But as we see, hopefully you all can see.
yeah, okay, there we go. Thanks for the tour. There we go.
We have nice little guitars, obviously, and he was a big fan of Beyonce, so am I. I can look at her for a while, but a few things around.
Very cool.
Yeah, nice.
And then, and interestingly enough, I hope maybe I can turn some light on and you can see this. But this was interesting because this was actually a picture of me at Glam Slam, which was his party. This was in the hallway going upstairs to the VIP, and that was me back in the day, hanging out in Minneapolis. I hope that could be seen. Miniature.
Okay, look at that.
Yay.
And of course, we have our pink.
Look
Yes,
at
we
that.
have to have that.
Wow.
And then we had all of our, we had everything purple. And if you can see, this is actually an actual carpet.
I like that. It's like an area rug.
That
Yes,
is
it is.
very nice.
That was
that come
custom.
through?
Was it custom made? And if it was, who made it?
Oh, of course it was.
So who made it? Who's the artist?
You know, that's a good question. I forgot. I'm sorry to the artist. But
It's
we just
very
did,
nice.
It
we
is
just
nice.
did up everything. And in fact, everywhere we looked, lights. I even made paddles. I actually
Wow.
made paddles with the little Prince thing, and those were actually face masks that you could wear. So I had a bunch of those so people could wear them. A clock, and I made a number of these. There were different ones in different rooms. So as we went around, even purple hookahs, purple chairs.
So
we
wait a
had
minute.
chairs.
Hold, let me jump in here. You said the clock. Did you make the clock? Did you say you made the clock?
That one I did not. I made all of the other ones that are in the home. And
Man.
what's interesting is that the actual albums, what I did is I purchased a number of these albums. They're picture discs that used to be very popular. They were very popular in Europe, but not so much in the United States. But they were actually albums that you could actually play. But they had pictures of them. And so the little hole in the middle was the perfect size for the clock mechanism. So I actually ordered a number of clock mechanisms and I made a bunch of clocks with hanging things. So in every room, there was a different Prince album with that particular clock in it. This particular one was done that way too, but someone else did an etching. It's some kind of computer etching where they cut out the face in that clock, but that one I did not do. But I did a bunch of the custom tambourines, like I actually did these tambourines that were actually with all of the multicolors, and I actually made that.
You got the
And
light.
so
You got
it was bananas.
you got the lighting going on. Marva,
Believe me.
Marva, he's got his
yeah.
own shrine going on.
Actually,
So
Believe me,
I'm
Wait,
impressed.
let me ask
this
this.
is
Wait a
only
minute.
this is only in one of the rooms.
But hold on.
This
You
is
charge.
not even in the main room.
Well, let me ask.
Yeah.
This is important. Let me ask. You charging admission or what? How much it costs to get in? Can we get like a
No,
family pass?
You had to be my friend. You had to be a friend of the artist. You know, and it was funny because it took me about maybe 6 months to prep everything. I wish it was more or closer to the time frame because we even had chocolate M&Ms that were actually made in purple and white. I had custom made M&Ms with the symbol on them and a guitar on them and Prince on one side. Actually had chocolate candies and again the cakes and everything else. Everything was purple. When I tell you everything was purple, it was bananas. And so even outside the yard, everything was lit up with purple. Even the waste receptacles we had were purple, and even the outdoor latrines were purple. So I had those brought over. So everything was coordinated from top to bottom. I really, really, really wish you all could see this cake. Maybe there's a way that I can actually show it through another phone because I literally did a purple umbrella, and in the garage I built a platform to hang the umbrella and use string lights that were purple coming down from the ceiling. And because the platform was painted the same color as the ceiling, the purple lights, the string lights, that you really couldn't see the strings. They're very small, like LED lights, and they hung down over the umbrella. And the umbrella was hanging with a small, like fishing wire that you couldn't see too. So the umbrella was open. It was a purple umbrella with the purple rain coming from the top of the ceiling. So when it was lit at night in these purple hues, all you saw was purple rain falling on the umbrella. And the umbrella was above the cake that was done with the big guitar symbol, and there were lights shining onto it, like up lighting it. And so it looked like a statue of a cake
under a Purple Rain umbrella. So it was bananas.
All right,
Right?
listen,
But
stop. You showing off
yeah,
now, okay? You're just
well,
showing
a
off.
little bit,
You're
a
just
little
showing
bit,
off.
a little
Stop.
bit,
Marva,
a little
I
bit.
apologize,
Got to do what
Marva.
you got to do.
All right.
That's okay.
Marva
He's
is
into it.
Harrison, your family. Marva is our guest. All right. So you just showing out, damn it.
Yeah, well, I won't shut up.
Wait,
No, it's all
wait,
good.
with all that, you need to be charged at admission.
He's right. He's showing his purple passion, man. I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad at him either. That's my brother. I love him. We have fun with each other like that. So all right. So Marva, listen. Tell us how did you first meet Prince? How did he discover you? And then I want to ask you what it was like working with him, because I got a really funny story, and I know you've probably heard it. They probably shared it with you, or you've seen it up close. You probably witnessed it. I had Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Shout out to Jimmy Jam. His birthday was yesterday. Jim and I turned 62. But they told me a funny story about just the competitive nature between the two bands, especially early in their careers. But so give us your backstory, how Prince discovered you.
Prince found me at Stevie Wonder's annual birthday party
Wow.
in 1997. And I started not to go. And because I was mad at Stevie because he canceled our tour. And I said, I'm not going. Well, I went.
So can I jump in here? I'm sorry, because so you said you met at Stevie Wonder's birthday party. You were on tour with Stevie?
We weren't touring. That's the reason I got mad at him. That's why I wasn't going to go to his party, because
So, let me pick your brain. How long I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm just curious, how long were you touring with Stevie? The reason I asked, because I actually worked for Stevie in the early 90s. I did mornings at
really?
KJLH. Yeah, I was out there like 90, 91.
Okay, you worked at, okay, cool.
KJLH,
And that's the one opportunity we had to hang out in LA, when you were working there.
Exactly.
Went to the Palladium, yeah.
So how long were you touring with Stevie?
Well, you know what? I would go in and out on tours with Stevie. I started with him in the 80s.
Oh, wow.
And I did one tour for 2 weeks. And then I didn't work with him again until like 1994. And I went out with them, oh God, for months. We went to Europe, we went to Japan, we went to Australia. That went on for a couple years. And so I probably just missed you, because if you were in the early 90s, I came in the mid 90s. And I met Prince in 1997. That was the tour that Stevie canceled. So, but I went, and Prince was at the party, and I was talking to one of the other background singers in the entryway. We were early. Prince, knowing himself, being pretty prompt most time, and he come in, and he came early and saw us standing there, and he shoved me really hard, and like so much, like my feet took flight, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I went forward, and I just couldn't imagine who did this. I see him pimping by with his security, and we both, ladies, were going, oh, how rude. Rude. I said, I heard he was a rude little something. And I was so mad at him because he didn't even turn around. And he kept going. And of course, we overlooked it after a while. And Steve called us all towards the end of the party on stage, everyone that had worked with him. And so it was about maybe 7 singers up there. Steve said, somebody's going to write a song with me. Everybody froze, like, not me, not me, not me, not me. Because, it's everybody that go to his parties annually is star-studded. So nobody wants to make any blunders in front of all of these people. It's like, never be able to live that down. So he kept trying to pull people up, and they kept failing. And he said, okay, you know what? You guys are tripping. He said, I know who will do it. And my stomach balled up. I said, please, Lord, not me. He said, Marva. And I'm thinking, no. So, of course, challenge is place, and I can't fail. So I went up to the front and started writing some song that to this day, I could never tell you what it was unless it was recorded by someone. And next thing I know, when it was over, Steve said, all right, that's Marva King. And I looked up, and here comes the security for Prince. And I'm thinking, are they coming up to apologize for him? And they said, the boss wants to see you. I said, the boss? He said, yeah, the artist. I said, what artist? There's a lot of artists here, because I was being sarcastic. They said, the artist. And I said, okay. And I'm thinking, that rude person that just shoved me in the front didn't say sorry, excuse me, But anyway, long story short, within minutes, I was in the back. They were talking to him on the phone. They said, yeah, we got her. Yeah, she says she has a bio, music, blah, blah, blah. And he said, ask her, can she be at Paisley Park by Thursday? Now, this was a Tuesday. And I'm thinking, I got to do a live television show with Katie Lang on Friday. So I'm like, ew. Well, I don't know. And then they said, oh, we won't keep you long. We just need you to come up there for a few hours. So I agreed to do it. And so he never came down from the rafters. He was just sitting there watching me from up top. And so within days, I was at Paisley Park.
Wow.
And yeah, and he gave me like 6, 7 songs, told me, I want you to sing these songs, lead and background. I'm going to go do a show right quick. When I come back, we'll just see where you are.
Wow.
Well, wow, that's a major challenge. I don't know how long he's going to be gone. Well, I got through 5.5. And when he came back, he was shocked to find that I had recorded these songs. And he said, oh, yeah. And his engineer, Hans, at the time, was legendary with him. Hans said, she did all the lead, all the background. He said, all of it? All of it? He said, I only expected you to get through 2. And I said, oh, no, you said do 6. He said, but I expected. He said, anyway, so that's when he took me outside in the common area and said, I would like to know if you would be a part of MPG. And I said, no. And he said, why? He said, I have money. I have money. I can pay you. I can pay you well. And I said, no, it's not about the money. I said, I have too many jobs. I was working with so many artists at the same time. And I said, I'll think about it. So that's how we came to be in Jones Beach. He had a concert like 2 weeks later in Jones Beach, and he just invited me up to hang out. So I went and I hung out with him. And that was the first time I'd ever experienced a Prince concert. And I sat on the side. He said, you want to come on stage? I said, no, I don't know your show. Sat on the side wings, and I could hear the roar of the crowd that was so deafening. They said, you need earplugs? I said, yes, I need earplugs. And I'd been out on the road with several really big mega stars, Michael Jackson, Stevie. And anyway, I had never seen anything like
Marva, if in 60 seconds, what's the most important thing as a performer? And then, because you talked about the person, but you can put that in there too, if we can get it in 60 seconds. What's the most important thing that you learned from Prince as a performer? Because you sing and you write and you know, you play, so you got the complete package. So yeah, what was the most important thing you learned working with Prince?
The most important thing I learned from him was trust your own instinct. Don't let anyone tell you don't let them say that's not, or you won't, or you can't. And because I used to say a lot of things, you know, to record labels. I had major record deals, and I was like, I kept saying, okay, no, because they said no. He said, don't do that. I said, did they tell you no? He said, no. I said, what'd you do? He said, I would just say I'm doing it anyway. And I said, okay, it gave me a serious amount of confidence working with him, as well as him training me how to act wild and crazy on the stage. Those are the 2 greatest things that I think I took away. And his spirituality. Like I said, he evolved as a human being, and I can appreciate, and I'm glad I came at the time of his life that I did.
So Marva, I know that you're going to be releasing a video to your single soon, right?
Yes, I plan to.
So since I'm about to lose your satellite, can we make a deal here? Will you please honor me with your presence when you release your video? Please come back. I would love to debut it for my viewers, because there's so many other stories. Because I'm running out of time, I can't because I know you got some other great stories. I wanted to tell you about the story that Jimmy and Terry told me about the competitive nature. So we can talk about that, all your new music. Before I lose the satellite, let everybody know where they can go and download. I'm assuming that they can download the single now, go to, you know, whatever source that you use to download music, and give us your website, all your social media addresses also.
Okay, they can go to CD Baby. They can go to Amazon. In the next few days, you'll be able to go to any store that's online and be able to purchase it. You can always find me and follow me on Marva Queen King, IG, Facebook, Marva Official, Marva King Official. And on Twitter, you can find me at Marva King. And of course, there's Marva king.co is my website. And it's under development right now again. So that's how you can find me.
Mine too. So because I'm going to do something bigger with my website. So Harrison, before we lose the satellite, if there's some high rollers, some big ballers that want to pay for a private tour, you want to give them your social media contact information.
Big baller, because you the king.
Give us your contact. Give us your social media contact information, man.
Well, anyone who would like to follow me, I do a radio program called Speak Your Truth Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's on WNOV 860 AM and W293CX at 106.5 on the FM dial if you're in Milwaukee. And if you're not in the Milwaukee area, you can listen to the show live on any smart media that you happen to have at bit.ly/WNOV 860 and listen to that on any smart media.
Harrison, my brother by another mother, man. All jokes aside, I love you, man. You know that we go like a hit song. We go way back. We don't have to. We don't have to go into details. We go way back. And Marva King, it is an honor. Like I said, I've been trying to put this conversation together. So I'm excited. Do you have like an estimate on when you're going to drop your video? Maybe.
No, I have to film it first. Once I film it, then yes, I can give you an idea.
Well, listen, whenever it's ready, it's like a cake. It'll be ready when it's ready, and when it's ready.
And there will be an entire album that comes out too. Well,
beautiful. Oh, well, we got to talk about that. We'll talk about the whole album and we'll debut the video and anything else. It was an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much. You have a new home now.
Thank you.
A new platform, the Geno Jones Show. You are part of the Geno Jones family. Thank you, my sister. God bless you both.
God bless you.
Thanks for making there you go. I just lost the satellite, but that's okay because that was wonderful. It was like a great birthday present. All right, everybody. Man, I hope you enjoyed that conversation as much as I did. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life as always. God bless each and every one of you. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live. Stream live right here on my YouTube channel. So please like, share, and subscribe to the Geno Jones Show right here on the Geno Jones YouTube channel. And tag everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody you know to like, share, and subscribe. Tag it on all your social media. Email it to all your friends. Geno Jones right here on my YouTube channel, the Geno Jones Show. It's part of the Geno Jones Network. All right? Do that. And I want to shout out to all my brand new subscribers. Went from 0 to about 200. So let's keep it up, everybody. If you would like to be a sponsor, I would be honored to have you as a sponsor on my show. If you'd like to advertise, I'd love to have you as an advertiser. Please, listen, I am all about supporting specifically. I'll support any business. My door is open to anyone that wants to do business with me. But I center, and I'm very intentional in terms of wanting to promote African-American businesses, especially small business owners of color like myself. Because too many times we don't have platforms. So one of the reasons I created this platform, so we would have another option and another platform to share our stories about success and failure, how we turn failures into further success and share our stories. So please reach out to me. I'd love to have you as a sponsor. If you'd like to advertise, I'd be honored to have you as an advertiser. And if you need a pitch man to help pitch your business, your service, your good, or your product, ladies and gentlemen, and I say this with all humility, I am simply not the king. I am the king, a pitch man. Holler at your boy. Leave me a message right here on my YouTube channel or email me, Geno Jones Show. That's how you spell Geno with a G-E, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Happy heavenly birthday to Prince Rogers Nelson. May you rest in peace, power, and paradise, my brother. Your music, your memories, your legacy will live on for eternity. Happy birthday also to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, 46 today. I think it's 46, 45, 46. And 90s, early 2000s R&B singer. Sunshine Anderson, heard it all before. Yeah, she heard it all before. She's celebrating a birthday also. And shout out once again to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Jimmy Jam Harris, 62. Happy birthday. Shout out to all my Geminis once again. Shout out to the class of 2021. From whatever you are graduating from kindergartners to med school, law school, to like postgraduate, those that just got their master's degrees, maybe your PhD. So congratulations to all of the graduates, the class of 2021. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Thank you for watching. Mother, you know, I love you more than life itself. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Once again, I want to thank Prince Protegee, artist, percussionist, vocalist, songwriter, just a talented young woman, Marva King. Go check it out. Go download it. You can download her single. She dropped it today. It's a tribute to Prince. A tribute to Prince, and it's simply titled Prince. So check it out. So we'll bring her back. She'll come back on the show. She's going to come back on the show when she releases the brand new album and a video to the song. All right. And once again, I want to shout out to my man, my brother by another mother, Mr. Harrison D. Kern. You can check him out Monday through Thursday. He's got a morning show up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So check him out, everybody. I'm out of here. It is time. Got to go. I love you. I really do. And you don't have to go home, but I got to get the heck up out of here. So until tomorrow, Tuesday, live right here on my YouTube channel, 6:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, 5:30 in Chicago, or up in Milwaukee, where my man Harrison Kern is, or 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast, where the lovely and talented Marva King is. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And be blessed.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.